All right, in this video we're gonna light up a antique Bernz-O-Matic blowtorch. This one right here. So I want to kind of go through some of these and just kind of take a look at them. There's four different ones here, and just wanted to show you what we got here. This is a Bernz-O-Matic by Otto BERNZ. He started the company right around 1900, might have been shortly after that or shortly before that, I can't quite remember. And then this one is made by Lenk, L-E-N-K. This particular one, I have no idea. I cannot make out anything on this. So if you guys can help me out, if you know what this one might be. This one's a little bit more unique. Has a cast iron handle here, or valve handle. And so pretty cool. And then this one's made by by Turner Brass Works, and I believe they're out of Sycamore, Illinois. And then no idea about this one. Lenk. Let's see. Otto BERNZ was out of New York, and I think this Lenk company might have been out of like Boston or somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, don't want to get overwhelmed with all these, but I wanted to kind of just show these off to you and take a peek, and then we're gonna light one of these up. I put some fuel in this earlier, and I'm using Coleman gas fuel in this, and we'll kind of light this up and see how that works. So the progression of blowtorches went from here all the way down to, in the 70s, we got a Bernz-O-Matic propane torch. Then we went into what today is one of these, just a blue can. And please, guys, I mean, it's horrible to think of this as a blowtorch option, but it is. I just think that is not the blowtorch preferably to use. Anyway, let's get back to it and light this guy up. So let's kind of go over some of the parts here real quick in case you're not familiar. We have the pump. The pump is connected. This is a screw-in pump, so you would unscrew this. You're going to put fuel in the tank by removing the bottom part here, pouring your fuel in. And there's a rope down in the bottom here that will absorb the fuel and then soak it up through the valve, or up through, not the valve, but the fuel air stem here, which goes up into, there's a generator right here and a valve that just opens and closes. And then we got a preheat cup down here, all cast iron. And then on the top here, we have a hook. So I want to show you that. And what they would do back in the day is use this would be for a tool. There's this notch here, right here on the end. You'll see this. That is on purpose. That's not like a broken blowtorch tip. So it would sit in there like that. And this is how this would be used. So we're going to use this, light it up, see what it looks like. I'm going to put you on a tripod and take a peek. Let's take a look. Let's kind of push a few of these out of the way here. Again, I'm looking for answers on that one. Not sure. But it is kind of cool. I assume that's going to work. I'm working on the pump right now on this Turner, or this Lenk here. And then the Otto BERNZ. Mr. Otto BERNZ is still running here after well over 100 years. This was probably around the 1930s would be a guess. I'm not sure of the model on this one, but I would guess that this was around the 1930s. Anyhow, let's put you on the tripod and we'll light this up. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've posted a video. I have been working on my ATV and rebuilding carburetors and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're going to just remove this for the moment. So first thing you want to do, I use alcohol in one of these little deals. We're going to put some alcohol in the preheat cup. And then the ideal thing, I don't know if you really need to burn a full tank or a full, whatever this is called. Not sure. Maybe just a preheat cup is what I call it. But we're going to light that alcohol. I put, you know, maybe a quarter of it's full in there. And the idea of this is it's preheating the generator so that it can start vaporizing the fuel that comes through here, and it starts vaporizing. And so when you open this up, it's going to actually vaporize the fuel, and you're not burning liquid, like actual liquid gas squirting out. If you do open the valve up too early, you will get just open fuel. You'll just get liquid fuel coming out because it's not hot enough. The generator's not hot enough. So we're gonna let that burn. I don't know if you can actually see any flames there. Let's see if we can get in there. There you go. Can kind of see it's blue. I use what I'm using is this denatured alcohol fuel for my fuel for that. I think that is the recommended thing to burn in here, and it burns up relatively quick. But usually when this is burned out and it's hot enough, you can then open up your valve and get that going. So anyways, let's continue on here. Let's see if we can reset this. All right. These old brass and cast iron blowtorches are just so cool. This particular one was my grandpa's, and so that was out of his old shed and garage. And so I know this one works. These other ones I'm not sure about. I'm sure they do. They just need a little tweaking here and there. But yeah, we are getting down to the bottom of the bowl here. It's burning. It's starting to boil. Let's see if we can get a little shot of that. So yeah, you can kind of see right in there. So it's getting hot. And so at this point, you want to start. Let's see if we can get you in here. All right, let's get this refocused here. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to just crack open the valve here, just ever so slightly. You start here in the spitting. It's going to kind of spit for a minute, on and off. I'm going to open up just a little bit more. This particular little spot right here is your lighting hole, but you shouldn't really need to use that. I'm going to actually pump up some more fuel in, or some more air in the tank while that's burning off its last little bit. And it's about out. It's still got a small flame. There's a leather pump cup inside here that needs to be moistened with oil. I like to use the neat's foot oil. Okay, that's got plenty of pressure in there. The fuel is all burned up. Let's go ahead and open our fuel up. There we go. So this is actually your air hole. This is your fuel. So there we go. So we're warming up here. These are really throaty sounding and quite cool. Hopefully the camera is picking up some of that blowtorch flame here. Let's zoom in on it for you. We're going to open it up. blowtorch. And you can sit here and solder and do plumbing and weld, and you put that on there, and this copper tip just heats up super hot, and you can be brazing and all kinds of stuff here. It sits right in that little groove there. Look at that. I only have the valve open a small amount. Let's go ahead and crank it open, see what happens. There we go. It's like a jet engine taking off. Look at that. Otto BERNZ, BernzOMatic. So very cool. Blowtorch action right there. Version here. Look at the difference. This is obviously a more pinpoint. There you go. There's the side by side. Alright guys, I'm going to shut these down. Hopefully you enjoyed that. These suckers are so loud. And then just to shut these off, just like these, you're just going to turn off the valve. Same thing here. And it's off. So just like that. And there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Anyway, that's a quick startup procedure, and let me know if you have any questions or if you can help me out on the mystery one here. Again, here's one more look at that old logo. I have no idea which that is, but if you can help me out, let me know. It says on the handle here, model 144. So there it is. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed my light up here.